I just found out how to unmute.
Amazing. All right, Martha, thank you so much. We'll send you the honey. I've got your address and I'll follow up with you. But Paula, you were amazing on Paula, you were fantastic. I'm so grateful that you decided to come and hang out with us tonight and bring you, hold on, you need to be able to talk. We got to unmute you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much.
Woo!
So in case everybody doesn't know, Paula Shoyer is the one, the only kosher baker. So I'm bringing this prop because this is my copy of her first cookbook. Is this your first one?
That's my first baby, yes.
So mine is like ragged, dirty. There are definitely pages stuck together. This is near and dear. I'm doing your apple upside down cake tonight. So
meanwhile, mine is in the oven right now.
Yes. Okay. We're winning. We're definitely winning.
We're connecting for sure.
I totally love it. Okay, so Paula, you're amazing for doing this. You have so many amazing books, The Healthy Jewish Kitchen, The Holiday Kosher Baker, This Kosher Baker, The New Passover Menu. You are superhuman. I actually had to do some research on you, and your pedigree is pretty impressive, Miss. I
look very young, but I've been doing this a very long time.
So I'm so excited that you're doing this for us. Thank you so much. And 2 lucky listeners are going to win a copy. One is going to get not my copy, but your own copy of The Kosher Baker and a copy of The Healthy Kosher Kitchen. But in the meantime, Paula, please share with us what you've got cooking for this lovely holiday.
Okay, so the menu is quite expansive because I have 28 people coming for dinner tomorrow night. So yeah, so I'm serving, right now I'm actually making my first course. I kind of see if I can show you guys. Oh, I literally got fish on my tripod. That's going to be really nice. Okay, so take a look. So what I did was, I'm inventing a new recipe. I'm just going to show you this, and then I'll tell you about all my other stuff. So basically, I've got 4 pounds of fish that I grinded up. You know, I'm making a filter fish, but I decided to make them in muffins. The last couple of years, I've done them as a loaf, and I had to slice them, but that was too much work on my end. So I'm making little filter fish muffins, and I'm going to bake in the oven. And I'm serving this with Adina Sussman's coleslaw from her new book, Sababa. I'm making an Israeli salad with grilled eggplant, and I already made beet tahina and hummus for my next cookbook, which I can't quite talk about yet, but I will be able to announce very soon. And that's my first course. And then we've got herbed matzo balls, also a new recipe. And I've got some vegetarian stock for my vegetarians. I've got spinach pesto brisket, my mother's sweet and sour meatballs. I have got my friend's making a turkey, stuffing, kasha vanishkins. I go total traditional on this holiday. Simmis, my roasted cauliflower from the Healthy Jewish Kitchen, string beans with an herb lemon sauce, also a new recipe from the next book. I'm sure I'm free. Potato kugel is in the freezer. Massive amounts of challah, babka, mandel bread, honey cake babka, honey cake biscotti, the apple cake, a flourless chocolate cake for my gluten-free people. I also have like a grilled vegetable thing and quinoa for my vegetarians because I have to accommodate everybody. I think I've covered it, but I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting in my menu. Apples and honey.
Do you do anything interesting to your challah that's special for other than making it round, obviously? But do you mix up your recipe to do something different for Rosh Hashanah in particular?
It's more about the shaping of it. So my favorite way to do it is I do a 3 braid, like in a semicircle. The other 3 braid, I attach it and do another one in the middle. So I have a massive challah. My Healthy Jewish Kitchen has 100% whole wheat challah made in a basket weave. I demonstrated that on TV yesterday. So you can find it on my Facebook page and an Instagram link as well to see my clip from teaching challah on TV, which was really fun. I have gluten-free challah for my gluten-free people. But every guest gets a plate with a little round challah and a little teeny bowl of honey and apples. Like, so everybody sits down, so I don't have to start the meal passing to 28 people. I can like right away everybody can like sit down and eat after we say the brachot, and then we're ready to go.
That's so smart.
And I have 2 of my kids here, which is the best.
Oh my gosh. Hi kids. Does anybody have questions?
Oh, they're not here though. They ditched me. They went out with their friends and I am cooking. Doesn't that sound about right, everybody? Oh, you have a question. Yes.
I wanted to know if anybody has questions. I mean, I have a million questions. What are your fave desserts that you love specifically from your original book that I feel that
okay. from my original book, I have the chocolate chip mandel bread, first recipe, first in the first chapter of the book. It's always in my freezer. Literally, you show up in 3 months, that cookie's in my freezer. So it's a great recipe. Everyone's favorite chocolate cake is great. The cover of the book is it's cake with Earl Grey tea and orange zest, very popular all over the country. I literally took it out of the freezer for Shabbos. It's on my table. We've been eating that. Those are some of my favorites. I've got a little bit of fancier ones too, but the best thing about that book is that it's got 35 one-bowl cookies and cakes for the people, so people don't feel like they have to be in the kitchen forever.
This is my favorite cookbook. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to make the mandel bread and you're making me stay up an extra half an hour, but I'll do it.
No, I'm telling you, that cookie is in the oven before it's even preheated. That's how fast it is.
Well,
I swear.
Thinking you're pretty fast in general. All right. So what other tips and awesome things do you have for Rosh Hashanah in particular that you feel like, oh my gosh, this is total rocket science and revolution?
The best tip I can give you for baking for this holiday and forever is that whenever you do a recipe for the first time, and a lot of us like to take on new challenges for holiday and say, oh, I'm going to try this recipe or Paula's new recipe, or go on my website and find your recipes on the kosherbaker.com. Even if you're making my recipes, subtract baking time and you stick it in your oven, because your oven may be different than my oven. So if my cake says bake it for an hour, you're going to bake it for 50 or 55 minutes. Check it and add more time if you need to.
Brilliant. I love it. All right, hold on. We've got a question. How do you successfully defrost a potato kugel?
Okay, that's a good question. Wait, excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so potato kugel, I am probably going to take it out in the morning and leave it on the counter because it'll defrost during the course of the day and I'll probably heat it up sometime later in the afternoon. So I would take it out in the morning. Tonight I defrost my soup. Don't forget to take your soup out of the freezer. It takes forever to defrost chicken soup if you have it in a big container.
All right, we've got Catherine asking you to tell us a little bit more about your gefilte fish muffins that are such a brilliant idea.
Okay, which I invented the recipe today. I looked at 5 different gefilte fish recipes, and I'm like, okay, this looks good. I've got flounder, whitefish, and cod grinded up. I've got eggs, sugar, salt, and white pepper, and I chopped up arugula and put it in there because I wanted a little bit of something interesting.
When's your new cookbook coming out?
The muffins are not in the new cookbook. You know what? I can probably put this recipe up before Pesach, so people will have this one for Pesach. Because if it comes out good, we have to make sure it comes out good first, and then it'll have to be tested like 5 more times. But when it's perfect, I will definitely post it on the kosherbaker.com.
You rock. All right, that everybody should follow along kosherbaker.com. And Paula is amazing on Instagram and on Facebook, and she answers questions.
Right, and also I have a Facebook group called Kosher Baker where I let other people post all their pictures of their favorite recipes. So it's a really fun group, and we get to learn baking tips from each other.
All right, we got to go to our next speaker, Shana Tova. We wish you
Shana Tova.
Health.
Everybody, health number 1. Everything
health
else is secondary.
And
have
I
a
want to
delicious holiday.
Thank you. And Melissa Rosen and Allison Ikovic, I'm messing up your last name. You guys just won a Paula Shoyer cookbook, so Shana Tova. All right, Aliza, all you.
Woo! Thanks